Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about my Patreon. I've put off doing a Patreon for a while, and I've given it a lot of thought whether I would do one or not. And one thing that's first off, this Patreon won't change anything in terms of me putting out regular content or anything like that. In fact, a lot of the reason I wanted to do that was both to improve this channel and to improve possibly my quality of life just a tiny bit. I love doing these videos. I've often called it an addiction because I can't not make them in a weird way. So I guess I'm asking you all to give me money to be kind of my enablers. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that. While I've been working on these videos and while I've been putting them out, I have an incredibly very busy schedule. I have 2 jobs, a full-time job and a part-time job. I work 6 days a week, and it's often hard to get out the 3 videos a week that I usually get out. I'd like to do even more. Some weeks I do get videos out, and other weeks, unfortunately, I don't get as many videos out, and it's tough. That's pretty much the reason I finally decided to do this. I can tell you by pledging to this Patreon, you're going to help me be able to make videos, and if you subscribe to my channel, you very much know that I'm always making videos and constantly posting content, whether it's from my channel or the Pizza Party podcast or the POS podcast. I try to be as active as I possibly can, and with a Patreon campaign, I'm hoping I'm able to maybe raise enough money to maybe be even more active, which seems hard as of right now, but I at least like to get closer to that than I currently am. I do have rewards. When I came up with the ideas for my Patreon rewards, I came up with ideas that would both make it worth your while to actually pledge to this Patreon campaign and make you feel like it was money well spent, like you were getting something out of the experience, but also to help improve this channel. I think these rewards will help do both, where you'll feel like it is money well spent and you'll get unique experiences, but you also can see the channel improving as well, which I think will be mutually beneficial if you're a fan of my stuff, and I will get to do newer and cooler stuff as well. And I think really this is a whole new phase of what I've been doing, and I hope you'll all come along with me and pledge to this Patreon and help me expand this channel and make more reviews and better reviews possible. I think a lot of these rewards are cool, and I give them a lot of thought. I understand money's not just tight for me, but it's tight for everybody, and it's hard to part with just a little bit of money that you're saving for something or just trying to survive and pay the bills and eat and things like that. So I really appreciate it, and I wanted to show you I appreciated that also by doing rewards that were really worth it. Not criticizing anyone else's rewards, but it's just that's what I thought of when I thought of my own, I guess. That still sounds dicky, but whatever, let's move on. The first reward is the $1 reward, and first off, thank you very much if you do pledge $1 to my Patreon, but also this gives you access to the Patreon feed. Now my Patreon feed is going to be a little different. You're going to get an exclusive video from me every month, just kind of like a short 1-minute thing that only you get to see if you are pledging to the Patreon. A little bit of exclusive content, not a ton. Sometimes you'll get certain videos early, not a ton of videos, that's not going to be as common, but there will always be an exclusive video every month for you to watch, and more exclusive videos which I'll get to further on, but you'll have access to all of that if you pledge $1 for the Patreon feed. And I'm excited for that because I think it'll be cool. I'll probably do a post once a week in addition to all the videos going up in that I'm already posting, just telling you what's going on, what I'm working on, what had to be delayed, behind the scenes stuff that I normally don't really like to say on my Twitter, but obviously if you're pledging, you probably have a little bit of interest in what I'm doing, so you'll actually get to know like what happened on this day, like I thought I could get this done but I couldn't, or I actually got more progress than I thought I could, or other projects I'm working on. It'll let you open up to a whole new world, and I'm actually kind of excited to share that with you. Also, some unlisted videos that I either am too embarrassed to share with the world. I'm kind of going through all my older stuff, and a few of those might pop up as well. So it'll be a cool thing. If you just pledge $1, you'll have all the access to that, and I think that'll be pretty cool. Now, the $3 reward, in addition to everything from the previous reward, which is the $1 reward. So as it gets higher, the more rewards you basically get. Now, the $3 reward not only get access to the Patreon feed, but you also get to have your name and a link of your choosing in the description of my video. There'll be a list of all the patrons, and it'll just have your name or whatever screen name you want to go by and one link of your choosing. And this will be links to all the videos within the month as soon as you start pledging to the Patreon. Not only will this be able to help you out possibly, maybe give you a few hits and so forth, but also I'll be able to see what you've been up to, and we can kind of create more of a community. community. That'll be in every video in that month that you pledge to as soon as you pledge throughout that month and until the next month. And if you continue pledging, it'll be in all the videos. The $5 reward, which it already includes the link in the description and your name, and also a thank you and access to the Patreon feed, will be I'm going to do a review raffle. How I'm going to do it is a little different. Is once a month I'm going to do a review that's picked by the people who give to this Patreon. Everyone with the $5 reward and up will get to select a movie of their choosing, except if you pick one that I know I'm already doing, or if there's a series, or if I know I'm going to review it for the Halloween week of videos or coming up in the coming months or in the next year or something, I'd probably say no. Or if I know it's going to be a really complicated process to make that video, I'd probably say please pick something else. But other than that, you can pick anything. It will not affect the one animated movie I do every month, a classic animated movie. You can select an animated movie as well, and I'll just have 2 that month or whatever. You'll just submit it once a month. I'll do one. I'll also make an exclusive to the Patreon feed video of me selecting a movie from the raffle. There might be a clip from that video in the review of the movie that actually gets picked, but you'll get an exclusive cut of that video. I think I might actually list all the movies that were in the bowl and could have been selected, but it'll be once a month. I thought about this one the most because I thought about how when I did the Rent review, that wasn't something I would normally review if Nolan hadn't asked me to and forced me to, I guess. He kind of made me review something different, opened up new avenues, and actually got me to care about the controversy over the Rent movie and such. So I like going into that and picking a movie that ordinarily I wouldn't. Now also, don't put Ben 10 Alien Force. Like, that's part of the thing Nolan and I have going back and forth with reviews, so don't select that. But I think that'll be fun. I'm actually kind of excited for that. And the first one would be selected in March, and that review will go up in March for the first winner in the review raffle. The $10 reward, which includes an entry in the review raffle, your name or screen name and link in the description, and access to the Patreon feed, is you will get a postcard every month with a written, specialized, personalized message from me mailed to you every month. So if you pledge in February, I will be sending one out in February, and it'll be kind of a cool way because I like writing messages to people who are into my stuff and like keeping in contact with you, and you get a cool postcard. They are cool postcards. I'm not going to reveal what kind of postcards they are, but I will actually show a picture of the ones right before I'm going to mail them, which will also be in the Patreon feed. Obviously, kind of tell me something, a little something about yourself, and just give me your address or P.O. box or wherever you want me to send it, and you'll get a cool postcard and we can interact. And I'm into it. When I found out how many cool postcards there are out there, I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of excited. I just like interacting with people and interacting with people who enjoy my videos, and I think sending off a cool little postcard will be a cool way to continue that interaction, I guess. And you know, you'll get all the other rewards as well, as I already said. Now, the $25 reward, you get 2 special things in addition to everything I just mentioned. You will actually get 2 entries into the raffle instead of 1. You could pick a movie twice, or you can pick 2 movies if you really want to. But if you just are like, I really want him to do this, you have an extra chance of winning that. The other thing is I'm going to do a Google Hangout once a month. Every month there will be a Google Hangout, and you will have access to that, and you can ask me questions, and we can just hang out and get to know each other and have a good time. All these things that I mentioned I think will be fun and a fun way to interact with the fans, and as I was coming up with the rewards, it got me excited. I was like, oh cool, I think this will be something I'll be really into, and this will be a great way to expand this channel because I can review movies that aren't in the classic movie review series or the newer movie review series or the animation series. I can expand the channel but also get to know you guys more and hopefully expand with you guys who are already supporting my channel. I've had a wonderful last year. This channel has grown more in the last year than it ever has before, and I feel like honestly I've made better content in that year. I really feel like this channel is growing, and I think this is the logical next step. If you cannot afford to pledge to the Patreon, that's fine. Thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, for all the views you have given me. I think I have really great fans and really great subscribers, and I'm very thankful for that. And I hope you don't find this presumptive or that I'm infringing on your trust or anything like that. And if you feel that way, I apologize. But it's just something, unfortunately, I absolutely had to do. So nothing is going to change in terms of reviews. You're going to get those. But if you're willing to pledge to this Patreon, you'll get something extra. And I think, honestly, it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll get exclusive content. You'll get some stuff early. You'll get a postcard. There'll be Google Hangouts. There'll be cool videos that only you will get. And you'll help this channel change and get better and improve. And that's what I wanted to do with this Patreon. Patreon. I really held it for so long because I wanted to think of a way that made me excited and made you excited to pledge and made you feel like it was money well spent, and just make it a worthwhile experience and make this channel an even more worthwhile experience than it already is. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time, and please consider pledging to my Patreon. Link is in the description.